All right, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes today's presentation. I'm open to answering any questions that have anything to do with what I just talked about.
Yes, I have a question, sir.
Yeah, you in the back. What's your question?
Yes, my question is, you spent the last hour dancing around the topic of improving in 2019. Could you talk specifically on what you and we are going to do as a company to improve in 2019 and beyond?
That is a great question. And the best part about working for this company is that you can have an open discussion and ask any question without any retaliation. As far as improving, I think what we can do is improve ourselves best as we can. And if we improve ourselves, then we can improve each other. And if we improve each other, we improve the company. I hope that answers your question.
It really didn't. You didn't really specify anything that we as a company are going to do to improve.
I understand your frustration, but what I'm going to do right now is move on to the next question, and you and I can follow up after the meeting and have a discussion openly. Next question, please. Anybody?
Yes, my question is there any chance that we'll be cutting down on overtime soon? I'm 56 years old and I can barely walk after these 10-hour days or more.
That is also a wonderful question. To answer it, first we need to understand what overtime is. Are you talking anything over 40 hours per week, or are you discussing working the weekends?
As far as I knew, overtime was overtime, whether it was working more than you're supposed to in 8 hours or more than 40 hours per week. I just can't handle it no more.
So what you're telling me is you're getting too old to be working all of this overtime. Well, you could always retire, or there's the door, because we're working overtime because business is booming and we got to get units out, and there is no end in sight. Next question.
My question is that your eyes are pretty, really pretty.
That's not a question, and it's probably one of the creepiest things that's ever been said to me in one of these meetings. I think, thank you. I'm not really sure right now. Let's just move on to the next question, shall we?
Hello, my name is Barb, formerly known as Bill. My question is, I noticed on the employee survey, one of the questions was regarding people's racial background and sexual orientation. Why is that in there? It seems like every year these questions are in there, and you guys kind of just spin a wheel and choose which demographic you're going to represent for that year.
To answer your question, we would never use a wheel to choose which demographic we're going to represent most during the fiscal year. We take this data and find out which minority is represented the least in the company and try to hone in on that so the people that are in that demographic do not feel left out. That's about all the time we have for questions today. I'm going to head back to corporate and discuss everything that happened here today, and we're really going to hone in on what we can do to improve the company so that we're better yesterday, today, and forever. Thank you.
So I'm just going to assume we're not having our discussion afterwards. He seems like a hurry to get out of here. I guess I'm going to go back to work.
That meeting was a waste of time. Now I gotta go grease my old bones so I can get through the rest of today.
I thought the meeting was great. It seems like he really cared about my demographic and my transsexuality, and things are really going to change around here. I'm really excited. What about you, Linda? I think Fancy Superman's eyes were pretty. So pretty.
Hey, Chip, big man, how'd it go at the meeting? A lovely discussion. There were a lot of questions. I think we did great. I think everybody's really trying to grasp what we're trying to do around here. Sweet, bro. Did everybody do that employee survey we talked about? I was really hoping to get some results. Everybody did the survey. One lady had this crazy idea that we would use a wheel to choose which demographic we're going to cover for the next fiscal year. How crazy is that? That's crazy she would even try to say that we would do that. That's so funny. Speaking of demographics, did you write all of them on little pieces of paper and put them in a hat like I asked you to? Yeah, I did do that. It's right here. Just let me shake it up and grab one out, and that'll be the demographic we cover for the next fiscal year. Sir, we got black people again. Yeah, pick another one. We can't do black people again. Let's just do midgets. We're short on time as it is.